What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. As we get closer and closer to the trade deadline, we're once again back here talking about another trade idea, but this one is from a Bleacher Report article. I think it was titled like one trade every team should propose right now. I think Kenny did a video on it as well. And there was a trade that I really liked in the article that I wanted to kind of do a video on because I don't get to talk about this team too much. So it was between the Brooklyn Nets and the Indiana Pacers. So let's go ahead and jump in and do this Indiana Pacers rebuild by acquiring Cameron Johnson to add to this team. I know it's not the biggest name in the world, but for some reason, this trade really intrigued me. Let me know what you guys think when we jump in. Let's jump in. Like I said, let's do this Pacers rebuild with Cameron Johnson. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. So I'm doing the trade exactly as Bleacher Report had it in their article. I think it was released like probably days ago now at this point, but I was looking for some ideas and I really liked this one a lot. So basically, the Pacers make an upgrade by acquiring Cameron Johnson, which I like. The Pacers are a playoff team right now. They just made it to the conference finals, as we all know. But acquiring a guy like Cameron Johnson could really help them out a ton. Now, they would have to trade Jarris Walker, Aaron Nesmith, and Isaiah Jackson, who actually tore his Achilles this season, but you can't trade injured players, so I had to make them healthy. 2 second-round picks. So there's no first-round picks involved, which is the one problem I would have if I'm Brooklyn. But getting Jarris Walker would be really awesome. I mean, you'd have team control on him for next 3 years, obviously. Just got drafted last year, and he would have a massive role in Brooklyn. So we're going to make this trade happen. Wofford and Keon Johnson are simply here because you have to have, you know, the equal amount of players being traded. But basically, it's these 3 guys, 2 seconds for Cameron Johnson. So we're going to make that trade happen. We didn't even have to override the trade. But we're doing the Pacers side of things today. If you guys want to see the Brooklyn Nets side of things as well, definitely let me know down in the comment section below. But Cameron Johnson has been added to this Pacers team to make that upgrade, which feels really good. So if we take a look at the starting lineup now, you have Halliburton, Nembhard, Mathurin, Siakam, Miles Turner. Now, they do have Cameron Johnson going off the bench, which I don't think I like the idea of that. I would rather have him start. And then Wofford is now a rotational piece. Wiseman obviously got hurt this season as well, unfortunately. But that's fine. So Andrew Nembhard. Maybe we move Mathurin to shooting guard, I guess. I don't know. Let's do that because I would rather see Mr. Cameron Johnson start. So let's do that. And I'll put Cameron Johnson starting 5. So now I have Halliburton, Mathurin, Cameron Johnson, Siakam, Miles Turner, Obi Toppin, McConnell, Andrew Nembhard to trade in Wofford. I don't like Andrew Nembhard come off the bench, but we'll make sure he's getting the right amount of minutes for this role. So we'll go like 30 minutes to Andrew Nembhard. We'll rock with this for the rest of the season. So I'm definitely curious to kind of see what 2K thinks about Cameron Johnson being added to this team. I should call him Cam Johnson, obviously. I don't know why I've been calling him Cameron. It's Cam Johnson, but that's his full name, whatever. But let's go ahead and summate the rest of year 1 with Cam Johnson out of the Pacers, and let's see what 2K thinks of it. So at the end of year 1, Shea wins MVP, Sarr is your Rookie of the Year, Peyton Pritchard 6th man, Wembanyama Defensive Player, and Case Wallace Most Improved. Gabe's a Clutch Player, and Mark is your Coach of the Year, and Jacob Park is your Executive. So here's your All-NBA first team with Shea, Jokic, Giannis, Wemby, Trae Young, All-NBA second team. We might get Halliburton on here eventually, but not here yet. I think if we fix his shots in the season, we could change that very quickly. But we end up as a playoff team as the 5th seed, so that's good because obviously we made that Cameron Johnson trade for a reason. So yeah, we don't really have anybody being like the lead guy right now. I would like that to be Halliburton again, but he just, you know, he's not that right now for us. So 17 points per game, 9 assists. But if we can get him to go average 25 in 2K, I think that would be ideal. I'm assuming his shots didn't see is not great. Yeah, so it's a 75 shots didn't see. Let's just change it right now, man. If we're gonna have any success in the playoffs, we need somebody to take that role, and Halliburton needs to be that guy for us. So hopefully he can step up in the postseason. Cam Johnson can move up quite a bit as well, and then Mathurin's at a 70 is fine. Turner we can maybe push down just especially McConnell. I know McConnell comes in and shoots a lot, but I'm cool with that. And then I'm actually okay with just running an 8-man rotation in the playoffs because I just feel like that'd probably be in our best interest because I want to have the best possible chance of going far. This team just made it to the conference finals. I'd love to see something like that again. I want to put Nembhard down here, but again, I want Nembhard playing as many minutes as possible. I really like him and his ceiling going forward, so he's going to play 33. Go to Orlando in round 1. So Orlando, obviously Paulo. I don't know why I read Paulo first, but Jalen Suggs, KCP, Franz Wagner, Paulo, Go Badaste, Wendell Carter, Anthony Black, Jonathan Isaac, and Cole Anthony. So it's somebody come around against Orlando and see how it goes. So we are going to beat them and we sweep them. And now we get to play the Boston Celtics, which this could be a revenge tour, I guess you could say, if we were able to beat them. But Halliburton, I assume, yeah, 20. This is what we want. 27 points per game in the playoffs. Moving his shots didn't see immediately helped out a ton. Just look at how talented he ended up becoming in the playoffs. 27 and 10 in that first series. Hopefully, you can bring that same energy against Boston because we're going to need it. So, somebody come around against Boston. and we're going to be down 2-1. Can we even the series, though? We do, so we're not dead in the water just yet. They're going to want to change the minutes around, but I'm going to leave them the way they are right now. So let's see if we can get a Game 5 victory on the road in TD Garden. Like I said, Boston beat this team last year in the conference finals, and we are going to take the 3-2 lead here. 40 points from Siakam and 29 from Halliburton. Siakam can't be understated as well. He's averaging 27 in the playoffs, too, so this is looking good thus far. And let's go see. And we need to see what Cam Johnson's doing. But if we can beat the Celtics in 6, we're on to the conference finals back-to-back years, but this time we beat the best team in the East to get there. But no, I maybe spoke too soon. It looked like we were about to win. Cam Johnson averaging 14.5 in the playoffs, 41% from 3. But now we got a Game 7 on our hands. And the two other teams on the opposite side of the bracket are pretty damn good. The Knicks await us. So can we win Game 7? This would be a really good opportunity to get there. But looks like Boston, well, we took the lead for a second. We've been kind of there, but we're down 13. And I don't think we're going to be able to get this one done. But man, we made a little bit of a push there and gave Boston some hell there. Unfortunately, we're going to fall short. But I think we figured something out. If Halliburton can be aggressive, Siakam can be aggressive, I think eventually a championship is in our future in this video. We got really close to getting to the conference finals. James Johnson is going to retire, which is no big deal, obviously. Just kind of a tough guy on the bench for us. But our pick, I believe, is heading to Toronto this offseason, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. No, we have our pick, 20th overall, so that could be helpful, too, if we are able to add a nice young rotational piece. So Rick Carlisle will stick around, and now we can head to draft night and kind of see what we could do on draft night. So we have the 20th overall pick. Don't think I'm in the business of making any trades. I really like my rotation as is, although McConnell is kind of interesting. I know McConnell is kind of like the heart and soul of Indiana, or like a really important piece, but his money could be used for something. So let's just see what that would get us really quick. I just want to explore this option. So Sam Hauser, Chris Dunn, Scottie Pippen, Bogdan, Haywood Highsmith, Josh Green, Jordan Clarkson. Mitch Robinson's definitely intriguing, not going to lie to you. But I think at the end of the day, we are going to just draft. So let's just draft Nick Richards from the Suns. But let's just draft the 20th overall pick and see what we get there. So Harper's going 1 to Brooklyn. So him and Jarris Walker will be interesting. Flag to Utah. Okay. And then Ace Bailey to Washington. All right, let's go to the 20th overall selection and see what's on the board. So we have Will Riley, Hugo Gonzalez on the board as well. But Will Riley actually is probably going to be the pick here. I mean, he's got a Hall of Fame ceiling. I've seen him develop a decent amount in the past, so Hugo also be on the board is interesting, but I'm gonna go Will Riley out of Illinois. Could maybe play him in the small forward position as well. He's a 73 overall in the draft, so probably won't help us much in this first season, but I think in the future he could be very helpful. Ben Shepherd, Keon Johnson, Mathurin, James Wiseman will all be accepted. Ray J actually could have declined James Wiseman off an Achilles injury, but whatever. Miles Turner probably has to be re-signed, obviously. Don't really have another option outside of him. But I do think we do need another center in this building. So Miles Turner is going to be re-signed, which is a no-brainer there. So that's good. But now it's time to figure out what we can do via a trade. So Halliburton, McConnell is our backup point guard situation right now. We have a lot of things going on the shooting guard spot. I mean, even Andrew Nembhard is kind of expendable, but I like him a lot as well. Cameron Johnson, Siakam, Obi Toppin, and then Turner and James Wiseman. So immediately to me, we need a better backup center, someone who can rebound and play defense. So that'll be kind of important to go after. Miles Turner averaged 7 rebounds last year and 2 blocks. So just having another option. 40% from 3, though, is awesome to see. But all right, let's go make another trade because we were really on the cusp of going far last year. Could have gotten to the conference finals. Things would have been interesting there. Fell short. So let's go see if there's anybody we can go snag. That would make all the sense in the world for us. So the Knicks did offer me Mitch Robinson, which I do like the idea of. So I'm going to see if I can snag Mitch Robinson off of them. So in order for us to do this, though, like they'd have to take McConnell's big contract, which I'm not sure they really want to do, to be honest with you. But if we maybe threw them some compensation, maybe they would do it if we trade our 2028 first rounder. Mitch Robinson, 5 and 8 and a block. I just think he'd be a really good center for us. If we trade them a first round pick to give him more ammunition going forward, would they be interested in this? I'm going to offer it, and they do agree. So we get Mitch Robinson, who I think is going to be an incredible backup 5 to have next to Miles Turner. So I really like that. I think that gives us exactly what we kind of needed there. Maybe a little rich, but I don't regret it whatsoever. I think that could be awesome to have. I'm also going to move Nembhard to backup point guard. That's Mathurin, sorry. Nembhard to backup point guard. He does go down 1 overall, but I think him as a backup point guard is going to be better. Shepherd might develop enough to where he could play backup 2 guard this year. And then Will Riley, we could maybe even move him to small forward right away, and he could actually maybe play this season. Shepard's up to 76 there, so that's definitely something to keep in mind. Will Riley's up to 75. So I'm going to move Will Riley to the 3 and see if he can play this year at all. But yeah, I think I can rock with this. So our only upgrade is obviously we drafted Will Riley, we got Mitch Robinson, but I do think we unlocked a whole nother ceiling of this team by, you know, putting Halliburton's shots and see all the way up and really high. Turner's is up, Mitch Robinson is developing, which is good. Wiseman's up, and Ben Shepherd is up. So Ben Shepherd is going to play a role this year, which I like. Would have loved to have seen him play last year too, but his overall just wasn't great enough. So with that all being said, let's get into rotation for year 2. Really like our chances of going far this year. I feel like I said, with Halliburton shot intensity being up and Siakam's, I think there could be a whole nother ball game to what this team could be this coming season. So here is your rotation for year 2. It's going to be Halliburton, Benedict Mathurin, Cameron Johnson, Siakam, and Miles Turner, which I love a lot. Andrew Nembhard, Mitch Robinson, Obi Toppin, and James Wiseman. So to me, this position needs to go to Mr. Ben Shepherd. James Wiseman, probably not necessary to play as much since we just acquired Mitch Robinson. Also, could get a tandem rotation going to get Will Riley involved too. So we probably will end up doing that. So Will Riley, not getting the minutes right now, but that is going to change right now. So we're going to go to 15 minutes for Will Riley for the regular season, and that is what we'll rock with. So the one thing, like I said, shot tendency. So Halliburton's going to score a ton, which is great. Siakam will push him back up again. Cameron Johnson is a 78 is fine. Mathurin is 74, and then Miles Turner 62. Andrew Nembhard 54, which is fine. We can move Nembhard's up maybe just a tad bit. But yeah, we can rock with that. So I'll see you guys at the end of year 2. I'm hoping for a better record this year. I do believe we will get that. We were the 5th seed last year, so if we can get like a top 3 seed, that would be super ideal. We'll see how it all ends up. But I'm excited and optimistic about what this season could be for us. We were so close to being back in the conference finals again. Hopefully we could do that this year. That'd be awesome. Jokic wins MVP at the end of year 2. Harper is your rookie of the year. Gafford's your 6th-man Wemby defensive player. And Scoot's your most improved. And Clutch goes to Jalen Brunson. And Michael Malone is your coach of the year. And Aaron Phillips is your executive. So here's your All-NBA first team. You got Jokic, you got Giannis, you got Shea, Doncic, and Wemby. I'm hoping to see Halliburton on here too. I don't know if we'll see it. Hopefully we will. Edwards, LeBron, Sabonis, Tatum, Cat. And then, no, we do not get Halliburton, which is a little disappointing. But it is what it is. Not much you can do about it. The one thing we did get this season, though, we were a top 3 seed, as I kind of asked for. We're the 3rd seed in the East. I think we won 50 games on the dot, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, 50 and 32 on the season. So that gives me some hope that we'll go far again. So 23 and 9 from Halliburton, 17 from Siakam, 14 from Cam Johnson, 13 from Nembhard, and 13 from Mathurin, 11 from Will Riley, who was ready to contribute right away. I think he's going to be a nice little weapon for us next season. 5 and 7 from Robinson, and then 9 and 6 and 2 blocks from Miles Turner. So yeah, looking good. Now, the one thing I will do is we will go to a NAM rotation this year in the playoffs. So Nembhard's getting 82 minute or 82 overall. So again, we don't need Wiseman playing. So we'll go to Shepherd. Will Riley will be benched for the playoffs, unfortunately, but he's going to be very good for us next year if I had to guess. The Cleveland in round 1 could be a tough situation. Garland Mitchell, Cordell Mobley, Allen, and Noah Clowney, Jalen Tyson, and Max Strus. So similar to current round against the Cleveland Cavaliers, we were going to be down 2-0, but we do even the series. Can we go 3 straight? Yes, we can. Can we go 4 straight? No, game 7. All right, game 7 on our hands in Indiana. We start off the first quarter extremely slow. The Cavaliers might just blow us out here, and that is going to be very disappointing. So yeah, we did not show up for game 7 at all. We lose, got blown out technically, man. So not good at all. Definitely going to be looking to make some trades this offseason. Raptors, Timberwolves. Then Timberwolves go on and win it all. First thing I think we also do is, based off that performance alone, Rick Carlisle probably gets the boot. Chicago is going to get the #1 overall pick via the Blazers, which shouldn't be the case. So, and then Magic via Phoenix, Thunder via Utah, Spurs via Charlotte, Knicks via Washington. So like 5 of those picks, well, the Magic pick might be right, but 4 of those 5 of those picks I think are incorrect, which is just super annoying that you have to deal with that. More often than not, I don't fix it though, which results in teams just getting so damn good. But I believe our pick is probably headed. Is this the year that it heads to Toronto? Yeah. So 25th overall into Toronto. I'll probably go ahead and fix the Knicks pick and all that. I think the Spurs pick is correct. Pelicans pick is correct, and the Chicago pick I think is correct too. I don't know. Not the Bulls Blazers pick, but that 10th overall pick I think was right. And then, like I said, I do want to fire Rick Carlisle. We just got to put somebody's got to be the blame, and it'll be Rick Carlisle. So is there a better? So like Missoula's here. We can steal him from Boston. I think that'd be a pretty good option to grab him. JJ Redick, I think, is usually here too. Popovich is sitting out here. Wow. Atkinson's pretty good. Definitely need an insurance plan just in case we don't get Missoula. But Missoula will sign. That was my favorite target, and we got him. So that's feeling good. Or that feels good. Now we head to draft night, and I'll go fix all of those picks because it makes me mad. So after fixing a lot of those picks, I actually didn't mean to jump into the draft. I don't even know if I don't think we have a first round pick at all, if I had to guess. We have a late second, so I'm not even gonna worry about it. But we fixed all those picks. So Blazers get AJ, Peterson's to Orlando via the Suns. Karen Boozer is going to Utah. Caleb Wilson to Charlotte, and then Washington's getting Darius. So we got Linderman in the second round. Here are your options. We'll accept Ben Shepherd. Mathurin's a free agent, which we will re-sign. But honestly, we got to re-sign Mitch Robinson too. We gave up a first round pick for this guy. But Mathurin, we'll have to see how much he develops. But I'm definitely not opposed to maybe trading Mathurin this offseason for some kind of upgrade. But we'll see. So those are going to be the main guys to obviously bring back. But I do really kind of want to see how player progression treats us. So Halbert, Nembhard still looks good to me. Shepherd, Mathurin. Although Nembhard definitely could be really good somewhere else. Will Riley, I'm expecting to develop quite a bit. But we kind of have a full rotation right now as is. I'm going to go ahead and give Jonathan Isaac a contract too, because that could be extra depth just in case we make a trade. We're not trading Robinson or Miles Turner, so I'm not going to re-sign James Wiseman. But let's look at player progression. So how much do guys go up? So Will Riley is already up to an 81, which is really awesome. Nembhard's up to an 84, and Mathurin's up to an 85. Siakam is the one that has regressed. So maybe we trade Siakam away for a different co-star. Maybe. He shot 45% from 3, 17 points per game. I like Siakam, and I really like when they got him. But we do have to acknowledge that he is older. If we can get another guy that can score a ton next to Halliburton, I think that would be ideal. I kind of have an idea on who I want to go after. I just don't know if they'd be open to it. But we're going to do it because I have this idea. And honestly, if we acquired him, he'd fit so well in this team because there's so much spacing around it. You guys may know who I'm talking about, but if you don't, you're about to find out. I'm going to see if we can go get him. And I'm going to go all in on him because I do think he'd be the perfect fit next to what we got going on right now. If you don't already know who I'm talking about, it is going to be Mr. Zion Williamson in New Orleans. I mean, honestly, I think we'd have the best possible fit as a starting five around him. You have Miles Turner, who could space the floor. You have Cameron Johnson, one of the best shooters in the NBA. Benedict Mathurin could shoot. Tyrese Halliburton could shoot. Zion would have all the spacing in the world around him. To me, it just makes so much sense. New Orleans could be done with him. I don't know. But I'm going to see if we can swap Siakam for Zion. We do probably have to trade some first, obviously. But we're going to trade John Furphy as well. We're going all in on this, man. I really like the idea of this. Linderman, I don't know if he's really going to add much to this, but this is what we're going to offer. So I know Zion Williamson does come with some red flags. Obviously, his injuries and his work ethic could be a problem, but thankfully in 2K, we don't have to worry about that. So Siakam for Zion and 2 firsts. What do the Pelicans say? They say no. Okay, what if I offer another second? They don't agree. Can I offer Ben Shepherd? What do they say now? They still don't agree. Wow. Okay. So Shepherd's not going to get it done either. I can't offer Will Riley. I'd feel really stupid about doing that, but, maybe we do, man. Maybe we go all in. We'll be topping. I don't know if that would make a difference. And they agree. So we get, we'll be topping out of here, unfortunately, but we acquire Zion freaking Williamson. I mean, Zion is going to fit so perfectly in this rotation. I honestly thought it was necessary to do it. So Zion to me gives exactly what we kind of need. Siakam is great, but he's averaging 17 points per game. Zion's going to give us 23 to 24 next to Halliburton, and those two guys are going to be a force to be reckoned with. And like I said, the spacing is exactly what you'd want around Zion Williamson, so that's why I thought his fit would be perfect here, and I think it should work out well. That's my hope anyway. I think it will. We shall find out, but this team could make some noise this year. Proficiency is only 3.5 under Joe Mazzulla. Yeah, that's a little disappointing. I won't lie to you. I think this team could be really good this year, but here's what we got. So 10-minute rotation, go 9-minute rotation. So Halliburton, Mathurin, Cam Johnson, Zion, Miles Turner, Nembhard, Mitch Robinson, Will Riley, and Jonathan Isaac. There's a reason why we signed Jonathan Isaac. I actually would rather see Mr. Ben Shepherd getting minutes over Jonathan Isaac, not gonna lie to you. So we'll probably swap those two guys, but other than that, man, I'm feeling pretty optimistic about this season. I think Zion's going to give us the piece we needed. Halliburton and Zion should be fun. I think the team fits perfectly around those two, so we'll see if it works out like I think it will. So far, we're off to a 1-4 start, which I'm a little surprised by, but I guess we'll see how it ends up. So at the end of year 3, Wemby is your MVP. AJ is your rookie of the year in Portland. Fox is your 6th man in OKC. What the hell is this man doing in OKC? How the hell is he even there? Bro, I guarantee you he signed like... Dude, he better not be making $5 million. Oh, no, he signed a real contract. Okay, they must have lost somebody. Did they lose both Chet and J-Dub? I got to look at that here in a second, but damn, okay. Wemby defensive player, and Igor is most improved, and Scoot's your clutch player, and Mozula is your coach of the year. So we went 59 and 23. So got off to a rough start, but the team started clicking, which was awesome. And Zion makes an All-NBA second team, so I've been wanting to see Halliburton here, but Zion makes it, which is great. Does Hallie make it too? He does. Nice. So All-NBA third team, Halliburton, 22.5 and 10 assists. Love that. And here's your all-defensive first team and all-defensive second team. So OKC, wait, did they not make the playoffs? What? They have Fox and Shea and didn't make the playoffs? Are you kidding me? That is insane. So they kept Chet, they lost J-Dub, and they missed the playoffs. Wow, that is pretty shocking. I mean, I guess Fox and Shea is probably not the best fit, so maybe it makes sense. But man, all right. So we're the first seed in the East. Let's take a look at the player stats. So you had 25 from Zion, so he was a lot better than Siakam, so I thought that trade was necessary. 22.5 from Halliburton, 15 from Cam Johnson, 15 from Mathurin, 13 from Nembhard, and 12 from Miles Turner, 11.5 from Will Riley, and 5 from Robinson, and 5 from Ben Shepherd. So we get the Knicks in round 1, who we took Mitch Robinson from them. They are obviously a team that's going to be tough to deal with, but I'm not looking to lose in round 1, at least I hope not. And we will be down 3-2 as I'm saying that. So here we go. We have to win 2 in a row, or we're going home in round 1 as the first seed, which never feels good. But drawing up the Knicks in round 1 was not super ideal. We are going to go to a game 7 at least. So we're back in Indiana. As long as we win this one, we're going to not be beat in round 1. But the Knicks have the lead right now, and they're going to beat us, I think, man. So we're going to go home as the first seed, which doesn't feel great. Does not feel great, to say the least. So, I mean, the Knicks almost got to the conference finals. The Raptors get there and win the championship, and Anthony Edwards was their finals MVP. A little bit of a bizarre simulation, but yeah, that was a waste of time for sure. So we get the first seed just to lose in round 1. I feel like my luck lately in 2K has been just absolutely brutal. I could be wrong, but that's just how it's felt lately, I will say. Joe Mazzulla, we'll keep him. I don't think I'll be changing much. I mean, the team, to me, I like a lot. I think regular season went well as expected. Shepherd will be re-signed clearly, but I think we're just going to simply run it back and expect different results, because that felt a little fluky in my opinion. I could be wrong, but it felt fluky, and I think we'll be back in the mix next year and maybe actually win a playoff series. Maybe we should have listened 2K's minutes. I don't know. Maybe that could have helped too, but you do have Will Riley up to an 87 overall, which should be kind of a game changer. I mean, he could be really good this season. Shot 32% from 3 last year, but up to an A+ now, so that might go up even more. Nembhard did regress after going up to an 85, which sucks, but at the end of the day, man, I'm expecting fireworks again. We got the first seed, got beat by the We Believe Knicks, I guess, but at the end of the day, man, this team is as good as it's going to get. If this team can't win a championship with what we put together, then it's just not meant to be. But I'm expecting another good season. Hopefully this time we don't lose to a freaking AFC. That sucks. So another MVP for Wemby. Darius is a rookie of the year. Josh Giddey, 6th man in LA. Wemby defensive player. Jalil Bethea, most improved. And Max is your clutch player. And Joe Mazzulla, coach of the year at 59 and 23. And Jimmy Jones is your executive. So another good season for us, but it didn't mean anything last year. We got beat as you get Halliburton and Zion making an All-NBA team again. We got beat in round 1 last year. Are the Knicks? Oh gosh, I hope we don't play the Knicks again. But let's take a look at the play. I don't think we can play them actually. 24 from Zion, 21 from Halliburton. Or no, we can. What am I talking about? 17 from O'Reilly. So what is his shooting? Yeah, 43% from 3. So like I said, man, look at all the shooting around Zion. Like, this is exactly kind of fit we needed next to him, and it's working well, at least regular season wise. So do we get the Knicks again? Let's see. It's the Charlotte Hornets this time, so no Knicks, so at least they don't get to beat us. We got LaMelo, Quentin Jackson, LeVert, Caleb Wilson. They left Brandon Miller, I guess. Okay, interesting. They do have his brother Malou Walsh is here. It's an interesting team that Charlotte has. A lot of talent off the bench, but if we lose in round 1 again, we're going to have issues, and we will win in round 1. Okay, so now we get the team that actually won a championship last year. So this one will be interesting. I'm going to run against Toronto, and we were going to beat them in 5. So I don't know why we couldn't have done this last year, but now we get the team that we almost beat in year 1. Got super close to doing it, but we have a chance to do it this time. So game 1 goes to Boston. Game 2, we even it up. Game 3 goes to them. We got to even the series, and we're down 3-1. So maybe it's not meant to be, man. I don't know. But we have to come back from 3-1 to Boston. And my luck, championship luck, has just not been there whatsoever. And we're going to lose in 5 to the Boston Celtics. So 26 from Mathurin, 23 from Halliburton, and 16 from Cam Johnson. It just overall is not meant to be with this team today. We're not winning a championship with the Pacers, but it was a collective effort. I like what we did. I like what we brought to the team. Unfortunately, I mean, is there another avenue to go again? Like, we can go. Let's do one more season, man. Let's not give up on that note. We'll go one more year and we'll give up after that. If it doesn't work out this year, then it just was not meant to be. So I think we have to re-sign Zion. Missoula, I mean, I'm going to keep him. We made his conference finals with him this time. Player options, we got Will Riley, which we'll accept. Owen Oakley, I guess we'll extend the offer to. Zion Williamson is a free agent along with Nembhard, so we're going to re-sign both of them. Zion does have no legitimate offer, so we should get him back pretty easily. So those guys are back. So rotation's going to stay the same again. And we could sign another player as well, but Albert, Nembhard, Shepard. I mean, I want to keep things the same, man. I like this team a lot. I think it's just going to eventually swing our way. I think it eventually will. So player progression, we'll see what that's looking like. Will Riley might go up even more. So yeah, Will Riley's up to a 91 now. So we have 390 overalls. Mathurin is down 1. Turns up to an 84, but Cam Johnson 84 is still Nembhard. Yeah, I'm going to run it back, guys. One more season. And if it doesn't work out, then we give up on a sour note and we don't win one at all today. But thought we'd have one already by now, but we'll see how this next season goes. Will Riley up to a 91 could be the secret weapon we needed in this one. So last dish effort to win a championship, but we did, Will Riley's up to 26 points per game. So getting him at pick 20 was an absolute steal, which feels good. 22 from Zion, 21 from Halliburton. So this is our best chance, and Will Riley has developed to what we wanted him to develop into. Let's see if it pays off. So we will lose one game. Oh my gosh, I went to 7. But now we get Boston. We're going to live with Simile Current Round. Now, they did lose some talent in the backcourt, it looks like. They still have Tatum and Jaylen Brown. We could get revenge here, hopefully. Let's see what happens. And we are going to beat them in 5 this time. And now we get Cleveland. Simile Current Round seems to be working, so we're going to live and die by Simile Current Round. They do have Dame Stars up to an 87 overall off the bench, averaging 17. But here goes nothing. Simile Current Round against Cleveland, and we're in the finals now. And now we draw the San Antonio Spurs, who have Wemby, Shaedon Sharp, Stephon Castle. This is going to be a very tough series. Yeah, this team is super talented. But again, we're going to live with Simile Current Round. We're living with the results here. And we will win in 7 games. That went to 7. Will Riley was a steal of today's video. If we didn't get him, we didn't win today. I'm just going to say that right now. But thank you so much, Will Riley, for falling to pick 20. Ended up being an absolute stud for us. I hope you guys enjoyed this Pacers rebuild. I'll see y'all in the next one. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.